Good afternoon, everyone. It is now 5 o'clock. This is the Peru Parks Board meeting of February 8th at 5 o'clock in the City Hall chambers. We are going to have roll call, and then we will elect this year's officers, and then proceed with the rest of our agenda. Please call the roll.
Paul.
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Absent?
Shuck.
His daughter is in the hospital, and he only just found out, and he will be unable to attend today. Election of the officers. This is done for 3 positions, for President, Vice President, and Secretary of the Board. I'm going to ask the board members if they have any nominations. Starting with myself, I would like to nominate myself again for 1 more year for President of the Board. Do we have any other, do we have any other nominations for President? No. Nominations for Vice President?
Mr. Hoover.
Are you willing to stand, Mr. Hoover? And for Secretary? Do we have any other nominations for Secretary? Carson is willing to stand. Is there anyone else who wishes? No? So we have 3 nominations. These are the same nominations from last year's election, and I would like to propose that we do this as a slate for the nominations of President, Alison Paul, Vice President, Dave Hoover, and for Treasurer, Carson Ray. That is the nominations. May we have a second?
I'll second it.
Being seconded. So the nominations are myself for President, Carson Ray for Secretary, and Dave Hoover for Vice President. Please call the roll.
Paul.
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Nominations are as follows. Paul is now President for the year. Vice President is David Hoover, and Secretary is Carson Ray. Moving on. Announcements. We have had a couple of people request items that came to our knowledge after the agenda had been set, and we will therefore now vote on accepting a motion to discuss and amending the agenda. So the motion is to discuss amending the agenda. May we have a second?
Second.
Motion is to discuss amending the agenda. Please call the roll.
Paul.
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover.
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Motion is unanimous. The motion is to discuss amending for Bob Townsend and for, what's his name?
I don't remember. Maybe.
The circus?
I'll have to look on an email.
We had an application from the circus to provide
Tables.
tables, and that will now be added to new business. And we have amended the agenda correctly. Do we have any other announcements? All right. Moving on, reports, Clubhouse.
Clubhouse doesn't really have much to report since December. We've brought in a little bit of money just through for our sponsorships and advertising. Maybe a couple, like high school membership, so I think we're charging $50 or $100 for that. Unless you're on the golf team, then it's free. So not much on the clubhouse side, really.
Is it in reasonable shape?
Clubhouse? Yeah, clubhouse looks nice, yeah.
Did you get your repairs done that you had anticipated doing at the end of last year?
I still have not heard from Peru Glass and Screen about the windows. But I seen him the other day, and he's supposed to stop up again.
Okay.
Remind me, is that to do the work or just get like a quote?
No, he can just come do it.
Okay.
Yeah, he's known about him, so.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions regarding the clubhouse? Golf course.
Grounds, been cleaning up we had a couple down trees, been cutting and splitting firewood, got picking up trash along the road when I see it. Started picking up some sticks this week out there. Probably going to be getting some tee markers and flags out. Well, I got my winter flags out still, so we'll have to get the regular flags out. We got that walk bridge that was broke on the back 9. I mentioned, I think in December, I mentioned it. We got it cleaned up. But other than that, grounds have been pretty quiet up until really this week. But I think we're about there. Winter could be over, unfortunately. In other news, we got, like I said, we've been working on sponsorships and stuff for T-signs, scorecards. I am working on getting some quotes for new roofs on the middle cart barn, which is where we store our carts, the clubhouse roof. Working on some quotes for a fence around my shop. And this is all something Don's wanting me to do, get these quotes for this stuff, so been working on some of them. I don't know if last time, I don't remember how many season tickets I'd let you guys know we had, but we're up to 70 as of now. So, like I said, a lot of them that we're waiting on are it's like this every year. They're still in Florida, or and they didn't take advantage of the early birds. So, working on our chemical program, cleaned up around the outside of the shop. I had a bunch of dirt and our burn pile sitting there, and a bunch of other junk. So we started getting rid of it. Some old telephone poles that I'm going to donate to Josh Ory down there. They need them for the baseball, for the batting cage, to hold the net down or something. So I told him I'd give them to him. And other than that, we're just getting ready to get going. I'm afraid here. Got golf outings. People are already scheduling their golf outings and stuff, so we're getting them lined up. So here we are. Did you guys have a good winter?
Absolutely. Would you like to please mention again for anyone who's never attended one of our meetings that
That I'm Gary?
No, I was going to say that you had received the monies for the irrigation.
Yeah, I didn't know if is that the old business? Do we want to talk about that? Yep.
Well, it's part of your report.
Part of my report, yes. The council in December granted me $1.7 million for a new irrigation system and some new equipment. So we're going to be getting that through a bond. That was very huge for us. Something the golf course desperately needed. So very exciting news. That won't come into effect till the bond don't go into effect till I think it was October of this year or something like that, and then it'll be whenever we can get the irrigation guys in here. And once the irrigation money is spent, then whatever's left over, I get it used for new equipment. So.
Is he going to be coming down again in the near future to do any more preliminary work?
Nope, I don't believe so. He's did everything he has to do.
Okay.
But we're waiting on me to get my irrigation back on so I can send him some numbers for the pressure and whatnot. But other than that, good to go.
Okay.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Do you have all your guys for the coming season?
No, I brought back one guy this week.
Okay.
Other than that, I really don't know who's coming back seasonal-wise,
Okay.
which I don't know if that's new business either. With some of the changes that are happening up this, with, I believe, alcohol sales and stuff, I don't, especially the clubhouse area.
Mhm.
So, and on the grounds, I know I lost a couple of the seniors that were working up there that have been up there forever, longer than me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, haven't really been looking too
I know
hard
it's a
yet.
little early, but
Yeah, but I will be looking for somebody probably, start mowing my greens. That's a must. But we'll ease them back in. I try to get as much done between me, Jason, and now Alan. We'll try to do what we can, so.
yeah.
Cliff? Hawks?
We haven't had a whole lot going on. We've just mainly been working on equipment. We went and got some gravel from the Wings parking lot that was donated. We've done a little bit of snow removal, some trash pickup, but mainly just been working on equipment. And then for the remainder of the winter, we're going to keep working on equipment. At some point, when I get staff back, we got to put playground mulch down at Lower Park and finish up the volleyball courts. But really, we haven't had anything too exciting going on. We'll have our guys back mid-March, March 18th is when I start bringing my seasonal guys back.
And the concession stand, is it going to be fully functioning?
Yes, I've got electrical contractor coming in here in a couple weeks to start on the electrical on it. And then all we got to do is plumbing and it'll be done.
And he's really going to get it finished this year?
Yep. Yep.
Yes. Okay. Unfortunately, I made an error. I did not announce that the minutes from the December meeting are not available, and therefore we will vote on those for acceptance in our March meeting along with this February's meeting. That, again, is my fault for missing that. So, moving on to old business, irrigation. Any more updates?
No.
No. Bathrooms. We still have not had a final report. We just had the preliminary that we did mention, so we will wait on that. There is nothing else we can do until we actually receive that. And then the report will go to City Hall, and no doubt we'll have more discussions. Anyone have any questions on those? No? The bylaws. This is a carryover from, I think, November. Carsten and I are the committee for updating the bylaws. I think the best plan of action, as he and I have discussed, is we are going to suggest that we have a meeting with the mayor to see if he has any more input on what he would like to see as updates in the bylaws. It's over 30 years since they were updated, and Carson and myself felt that it was time to do that. So hopefully we will have something to report for the March meeting and or the April meeting. Does that sound fair, gentlemen?
Yes.
We just know they have to be done. New business. The Derek Lamaster with Hyla Productions, he had been in touch with the mayor, I believe.
Well, I emailed the mayor and got his approval.
Okay, so the approval is he's going to be filming in the park?
Yes.
Do we know when?
We're here.
Oh, you're here. Please come up to the microphone. Good evening.
Good evening. So filming would be April 19th and the 20th. It would be overnight, so it would start at 6 p.m. and end at 6 a.m. on the 19th through the 20th, and then through the 20th through the 21st. So it's a 2-day shoot.
May we ask why?
Well, we're making a horror film,
Oh,
and so this is the opening
Nighttime,
scene.
Yeah, nighttime works better.
Yeah, and we've got photos of the area we would like to use. want to see.
I don't think that I personally have any problems if the mayor's given this the okay.
Well, it's at night too, so it won't affect anything really.
So do they need to get special permission because of the curfew in the park?
I'll just have
This
to
would be it.
talk to the police and make sure they don't run them out.
Right.
Can usually, what I do when I have to go in before hours to water, I just call Central Dispatch and let them know that I'm in the park
Okay.
and who I am.
So what do we suggest that he does? Do they need to be, given that the mayor knows, do they need to be in touch with the police before they do this?
I think Cliff just needs to call.
Yeah, I'll call them.
Okay.
I just let dispatch know.
Yep.
Because they updated all the ordinances for the parks, and I figure it's probably best that we actually follow our own rules to do this. So if you have any changes, please let Cliff know
Okay.
so that he can then take part. When is the film due out?
So we're filming the opening scene. This is what is going to be the opening scene of the film. And then we are using it as sort of the sizzle reel or trailer for the film to raise the additional funds for the feature. So hopefully,
Sometime next year.
yeah, hopefully
okay.
sometime next year, we're going to hopefully be able to film the rest of it in the fall.
Yep.
And then it'll be out a year or so after.
Will the rest of it be filmed in Peru also?
We don't know yet. That
Maybe.
depends on where we,
Yeah,
once-
we've got to break down the rest of the script. So he's the director, he wrote the script. So we'll break it down, and then we've got to shot list it, identify what locations we need an additional. We know that we'll need a school at least for some part of it. So we don't know where that's going to be shot at this point, but this is going to be the fundraising for the actual feature portion.
Well, you have our blessing. I don't know that we need to vote, seeing as we already have the mayor's permission. So happy filming.
Thank you. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
You might try the junior high. It's closed now. They moved them all up to the high school.
So
Oh,
what-
yeah. Is it empty then?
Yep.
Oh, that might be
Well,
something.
we might be contacting
Oh,
other
they
city
got-
officials.
Yeah.
To see what we can do.
But South Peru has no students.
Oh, South Peru doesn't have any students? There you go. South Peru School has no students. The junior high has, I guess, the Keys program in it.
Okay. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Muscle for you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Bob, if you would like to come up?
First of all, I want to thank you very much for getting me in tonight. I didn't know I was supposed to do that. I didn't know, I had contact with the last year president, and I got a hold of Jim Tidd, and I called his mother today because I didn't know when your next meeting was, and I found out. We just got back from Florida, so forgive me for coming in, at
It's
the last
fine.
moment.
Don't
Good.
worry.
Okay.
We have procedures for last-minute things, and that's how
Wonderful.
we do it. We update,
Well,
we
I pre-
amend the agenda.
Well, I
That's how
appreciate
it
your
works.
kindness. As you see on your letter I handed to you guys, I want to ask for permission to do another pickleball tournament in June in memory of my mother for Alzheimer's. Last year, we brought in $10,000. We had players come from Marion, Indiana, Logansport, Wabash, Rochester, Peru, and all gentlemen came from Plainfield, Indiana. So we had, and Kokomo, did I say Kokomo also? And so we had players come from all over, which was fantastic. And the turnout was, for the first year having that tournament, I have no complaints. The only thing I would like to maybe hope to, I don't know where you guys is sitting on this, but we did have a lot of complaints of the bathroom, because the bathroom was so far away. A gentleman brought in his four-wheeler and took people to the bathroom, but that was the only complaint, because the bathroom was so far away from the pickleball courts. Does it look like the bathrooms are going to be built soon, or?
I wouldn't count on it.
I'm sorry, you went.
I wouldn't count on it.
Okay.
This is going to be a long process, but they have been fixed as far as possible by Cliff. And the bathroom that's down there is the only one that's on.
Well, we'll just do it again with the four-wheeler, and I mean, people didn't have, they just didn't like doing that because getting away from the
That or
pickleball
maybe
courts that far.
rent a portal.
Portables?
Yeah.
I thought about that. I hate those things, but I thought about that too. But yeah, that could be a possibility. And I did want to ask for the picnic tables again. Someone came up with the idea of doing picnic tables, and people love that. Having the picnic tables all around so people can sit and eat, because they supplied lunch that day we did for our players. So I want to let you know, in the state, greater state of Indiana, we were the 10th highest fundraiser for Alzheimer's. We were on $10,000, like I said, and we were the 10th highest fundraiser for the state of Indiana. So that was pretty good for being a first-time pickleball tournament in Peru, Indiana.
Do you know how many how many picnic tables you would need?
Who brought the picnic tables last year? Oh, whatever you guys did last year.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either. I really don't. You did a great job. I appreciate that a lot, but I really don't remember how many picnic tables. I know East Point Bible Church, where I go to church at, they gave us canopies, and we had those set up all over, and people like that, because they sit underneath the canopy. So I want to know, not only pickleball courts, we are okay having all the grounds around it, too.
Yep.
Because they were set all, the canopies are up against the walk, and yeah, so I like to have the canopies out again around, and the picnic tables, and people, like I said, people were really impressed. They couldn't wait till this come up again this year. So, and I am hearing more and more people wanting to do more tournaments down at the pickleball tournaments at the pickleball courts too. So, we are very blessed. I just got back from Florida after 2.5 months being at the villages, and of course I play pickleball every day. And pickleball is growing so fast. And at the YMCA, I'm playing there now because of winter, and every day we're getting more people join the Y, just come in and play pickleball with us, new players. And you're a fireman, right? Mm-hmm. And I heard you firemen are loving it.
Played a lot, yeah.
Hey, that makes my heart happy. That makes my heart happy. Yes. So.
I think there is a form that she will need to fill out with
Not that I'm
upstairs.
aware of.
How did we do it? We had to reserve it last time.
I think that's for the park, like, pavilions, but if she's just wanting.
No,
what-
I know, we had to close it to the public.
Yeah, you
because
have to close it to public.
Because-
Usually Board of Works has to do that. So talk to the mayor about Board of Works.
Because they're generally open to the public, and if you're going to use it for a different event.
I should have had a sign up.
If you would like to check upstairs with City Hall so that you can put it on their agenda, no, I'm sorry, on their calendar, I think that's what we did last year with
Yeah,
Matthew.
he
That's true.
basically prints out a reserve sheet
Yes.
that we put on the fence.
Yeah.
Right,
And you guys had that there last year too. It was closed to the
right.
public.
So
Yeah.
if you would do that, that will
Sure.
ensure that,
And I can get you Matthew's contact information, so
Yeah.
you can reach out. And then the only thing I would say too is maybe closer to your date, just get with Cliff with your kind of rough number, and then that would help you with how many picnic tables we just need to pull
Yeah.
out for him.
Yeah, that'd be good, because you don't want you to take to bring too many, because the pins are, they're heavy, so yeah, I appreciate that. And I did put 7 o'clock as start time, because we're going to be down there probably setting up. And I don't know, this year it's going to be a different format. We're going to have, everybody's going to have their own partner instead of playing different partners every time, so I don't know what time will end. So I put on there, hoping at 3 o'clock, but it could be 7 to 4, I don't know. So am I going to be okay with that?
I don't, as long as you make that on your application, I don't think it would. They just need to know,
Okay.
I
I
guess,
just
so
think
that they
it
can
might-
put it up and say that the public won't be using it whilst you are.
I would hope you guys would come down and watch it. I don't know if anybody came last year, but.
We did, we came last year.
Oh, I didn't see you. I'm sorry, I was so busy.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah,
It
so
was
you did
good.
see it?
I'm so
Yes.
glad that it was that successful for
Yes.
you. That was great.
Yes, it was. And I had a lot of sponsors said that, a lot of sponsors paid $150 just going back our shirt. So the community backed us too, and I really appreciate that. So, okay.
All right. I will make a motion that we give permission for the pickleball tournament. Can we have a second?
Second?
Call the roll, please.
Paul,
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover,
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Barb, what you might want to do
I'm sorry.
is you might want to list the time frame, like 7 to 5.
Yeah, I put it on
And
7 to
then,
3,
if you go short, then you're done, you can get out of there.
So it's okay,
You know.
to leave it there to stay go longer than it is? Not
I
know
would,
for sure.
I would think.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, and I mean, you can get out of there sooner rather, so Doug Mazzello's going to be hitting that part of National People. So.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, thank you, guys. I appreciate for your hard work, what you do for our community, too. So thank you for that.
We
Thank
struggled
you.
through.
Great job, you did a great job.
Cliff, you had something from the circus?
Yes, that's their annual letter that they send out to request picnic tables for downtown.
For the
For the
parade or for
festival.
the festival in the center?
Yep.
Of
all
the,
picnic
of
tables
Broadway?
Run down the middle, yep.
Okay, and you will take care of that?
Yep.
All right, that's in your bailiwick.
Do you
Does
need to
anyone,
vote?
pardon?
Do you need a vote? I mean, we do it every year.
Yeah.
but
The
I'll make
motion
a
is.
motion.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I motion that we approve the use of picnic tables for the Circus City Festival Week. Any seconds?
I second. Call the roll.
Paul?
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Motion passes. You're good to go, Cliff. Any other comments? Would you like to introduce yourself again, just for the...
I don't really need the mic, I have a big voice, but I'll come up here for. I'm Brandy Murphy, I am your city council liaison, and I am really excited to be here and hear all of the wonderful things that are going to happen.
Is it just you from the city council? Because we had 2 people on and off last year.
I'm the only one I remember.
Okay, that works.
I'll be honest, I juggle a lot of balls.
Do you have any particular questions of us today?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm sure they will come, though.
Well, it's really important that when we have items that need to be brought to the mayor's office, that the liaison works well, because we need feedback when we ask questions. And your reporting to the full council is important in that sense. Does anyone have any other questions?
I just need your email before we leave so I can make sure I can get you a copy of all this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. No other comments? No? The next meeting is...
Oh, are we about to adjourn? I have other, I have maybe new business. But I
Okay,
need some help. I need your guys' approval on. So I don't know if you guys had gotten one of these in December. I don't know if I had these made up for our sponsorships for our T-signs and our scorecard and the pricing on it.
I don't know.
no, I didn't get this before.
Okay. So I need your blessing, I guess, kind of to go ahead with this number.
And the question I have is that if, and it's $400, have you done this before?
Yes.
So do they sell out? I mean, do you get?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Usually it's the same person every year.
Oh, just one for everything? One person?
I got some companies that do the scorecard and a T-sign.
Okay. So they pay how?
They write a check
For the?
for either $400 or for either $800.
Oh, okay. And that covered, I mean, like, let's say I wanted to sponsor the first hole.
First hole's already spoken for, sorry, sir.
Well,
Yep, I'm with you, though.
you know,
Uh-huh.
so that's $400. Does this person write a check for, I don't know, 18 holes?
No, it's just for that one hole, that one T-sign.
But you say you got one person, and I'm just trying to figure.
No, I got 18 different
Oh,
ones.
okay, okay.
Or I got, I mean,
There
like
we
I said,
go.
Ace Hardware, they do a T-sign and a scorecard.
Okay.
And then I've got other guys, I've gotten 18 sponsorships for each individual T-sign.
Okay.
And then for ever how many spots we got on the scorecard, 12.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I
And so-
think maybe what Joe was thinking was, if someone bought all 12, will it be 12 times $400?
Yeah.
That what you meant, Joe?
Yes.
Yeah, if you wanted to buy all 18 and put your sponsor. And I've got a few, I guess, like MC Matt Chilcutt, he did one, so we could, with all the business he owns, could we get one for, hole 1 could be MC Contract, a hole 2 could be Mr. or Southside, or something like that. We do that.
Yeah.
If they've got multiple, Weenies was another one between Weenies and Scoops, so
So they pay like 800. Okay.
if they want both, yep,
Okay. Yeah.
yep.
When was the
just
last
trying-
time we raised, like, has it been $400?
So I did this 3 years ago now, And at that time, we had offered basically a deal. If you wanted to get the T sign for 3 years, it was like $800 or something for them 3 years, or something. I can't remember the price, but we were doing scorecards every year. Going back and getting scorecards them are yearly. This year, we decided, we're just going to do it this way, and we're going to go back every year and ask for it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna, so.
I imagine, though, your cost for getting something on a T sign is higher than putting it on the scorecard? Because this looks like a nice little plate that you...
No, these are not RT signs. I don't know where he got these.
Okay.
Basically, it's just a sticker.
I've been there, but for
Yeah.
some reason I can't...
No, these
picture
aren't
it.
RT signs. I don't know why you didn't get a picture of RT signs, but,
Okay. What do you do then?
and maybe we do get new T signs, with this money. I don't know. That's what it's there for scorecards. That we usually end up using the money to buy our scorecards, and then if we want to redo the T signs.
Let's say I'm Mr. Weenie's and I pay $400 for hole one T sign. What do you do? Print out my logo on a piece of paper and slide
Sticker.
it in?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Like a 8x12 or something.
Okay. I just didn't know if the cost for the T sign was much more than the scorecard.
No, and luckily, when we did it 3 years ago, that's when we got our T signs redone. So
Okay, yeah.
we don't have to keep, we don't have to do
Yeah,
that
I
again. So
remember
now it's
doing
just,
that.
and that was the plan. Now we just got to get the stickers, so.
Okay. And then I see on the next page here, your
Yeah.
golf carts, you've got question marks here.
Yep. Should we okay this one first, maybe?
Oh, well.
And then I
was
can
gonna
get,
do it
and then
all in one.
we can, but that was kind of maybe new business or something, I don't know. So we can go ahead and get into it, though. So, long story short, I played a golf course up in South Bend last year, late fall. It was Blackthorn, very nice course. We go into the clubhouse, walk around, get in the carts. The carts are older electric carts, but they had sponsorships on their golf carts, kind of like NASCAR, right? And at the time, I'm like, that's retarded. But it's actually a great idea. I had a meeting with Don, I think it was early January, I think, and we had mentioned this, and he wanted me to jump kind of right on it and see could we get people that wanted to do it, and how much would it cost for us to, wrap the golf carts or do whatever we got to do. So I went forward with that. I talked to Olson's. He is going to basically do it for free. In return, he just wants a spot on the scorecard and a T sign, which he already does for me anyway. And Don's mayor said that was fine. The only thing we need from you, the question marks, are because I need you guys to put a price on it.
Wow.
And so this goes back to kind of maybe what Mr. Green was saying. If we get someone that wants to write me a check for, $1,200, or I actually had QC donated, and that's why we use them. They donated a check for $2,000. So, that covers the scorecard, in my opinion, that covers the scorecard, a T sign, and they might get 2 or 3 cards, right? That was, other
So
than that one, everybody's been either, the 400, right? And right now, I've got a lot of people on hold like Ace. Mark don't know what to do because he wants a golf cart.
So can I ask real quick, if Ace does a cart, are you doing side, front, side? Or are you just,
That's going to be up to Don.
you're gonna, okay,
Leave that up to Don.
okay.
And maybe Drew might have a better idea on
What
it.
Drew's thinking?
And I don't know if he's wanting to do a full wrap or just do, like the.
One
like,
side, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Because if you're doing all 3, that to me is a little bit more than just, sorry.
How many carts you have?
50.
50.
And so then, after this meeting I have with Don, the next day he calls me and tells me he might have somebody wanting to do all 50 carts. Because that's what he called and asked me how many carts we had. I said 50. He said he thinks he's got a guy that wants to do all 50. So we were just kind of waiting on a number to,
So do you have any idea what sponsorship costs at other golf courses?
no clue.
Great.
Not for a cart. But my thinking is, I need what? 500?
I guess I'm asking if this is going to be permanent? If
Every year?
No, that's not what I meant.
Oh.
Is it painted or is
No,
it a
no, it's a
decal?
wrap,
Oh, a D, okay.
a wrap.
Okay.
But what he.
And so next year, if that cart gets a new sponsor, you rip that wrap off and Drew puts a
Right.
new one on.
Do you need a decision today?
Probably.
I've got people waiting on it. And that's the only reason is because I have to run it through you guys.
Well, then the only thing is if you wait till March, they're going to be playing golf.
And we may
And he
miss.
needs to get 'em done.
And we may miss some monies. Where does this money, where do you envision this money going?
This money is going into our parks non-reverting fund. It's where all my sponsorship money goes into.
And that's money over which we have control, correct?
Correct.
Can I do math real quick?
Well, I have no real, I don't play golf. I'm just Scots, you know, where it was invented. So I really have no clue as to what we should be charging. You have any ideas?
Or is it something that, or do we leave it up to Don? Again, he's the new boss, so,
You said you have 50 carts?
yep.
That's a chunk of change.
I know Don mentioned 1,000. I think that's a little high, but. And so then my next thing was that I know Don had mentioned to me that he might have someone for all 50 cars, but my problem is I've got some sponsorships that are now more interested in the golf cart than maybe the T sign or the scorecard, right? They're like, yeah, I like that idea. And
Right.
so I might try to talk him into maybe whoever he's got, maybe doing, 30 of them or something. Let me have the other 20 for these other.
Well, personally, I think it would be good if the carts were sponsored by local businesses. This is where we live and work. I mean, they are what helps keep this city going.
So, and the idea for me in the long run is we get enough money from all this for the golf carts or whatever, and we need to look into putting the GPS system on the golf carts where we can control where golfers go, where the carts go, has the holes on there, if we do end up getting alcohol sales, you can order your drinks on there. I mean, it's the new way. That GPS system's probably not even half of what we're asking for first, you know what I mean?
Well, given this is the first year that we're attempting to do this,
I'm saying 6.
he's saying 6, I was going to say 5.
Well, at 6, you would make an even 30,000. If you
And I don't know who's got the final say, if you guys suggest, and then I run it by Dawn.
I think what it gets for me is if you say an even 6 and then you get somebody that shows up and says, I want to do all 50, will you do it for cheap, cut me a 5% down? I don't know.
Yeah, but see, I don't think we should do that. I think we should encourage
I get-
local
yeah, I get,
ones
yeah.
to do.
Yep.
Because they're the
But
ones
that
that
may
are
be a
here.
lo-
We want to keep our local businesses actually in business.
That may be a local,
Sorry?
that may be a local business that.
Well, that's
offered to
true.
do
We
all
just don't
50.
know, but-
We don't know that, so. I agree with Carson that at 600, if you're doing 4 for a tee box, then.
I think the cart is gonna get advertised, you're gonna see it a lot more than the station, the
Yes.
T-sign stationary, the scorecards are on the golf cart kind of, or,
Yeah,
but, so.
I think 600 would be a fair number. And then if somebody wanted to do multiples, you could drop it to 5.
Honestly, I would say this year, set it at 6, leave it at that.
Right.
We'll see what happens. And then next year, if we find somebody, whoever does a mass amount, then we can talk about discounting it from there.
Yep.
Okay.
Because even then, I think at that point, or come even later this year, before next season, so I don't have to wait until
Yeah.
we talk about if they want to do all 3.
Okay.
We got a package deal. But
Let's do that. Let's leave it, everything's full price.
Okay, so the motion is for the presented information for the scorecards and for the T-signs to be $400 each, and for the advertising on the golf cart to be $600 each for this first year. May we have a second?
I'll second that.
seconded by Joe. Please call the roll.
Paul?
Yes,
Ray, yes. Hoover?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
motion carried.
Thank you. One more thing. We need to discuss maybe prices for this season. So honestly, in years past, when I've brought this up to the Parks Board, I believe the Parks Board has always said, Gary, you know more about what we need to charge up there and whatnot, and I've set the prices. This year, I need to go through you guys a little bit more, I think, is what I'm getting from upstairs. So I gave you, I think it's the 2023 season prices with the paperwork I gave you. I don't know if you guys still have this, though, from our early bird prices, which doesn't look like it was a whole lot different, maybe $25 for a senior, $50 for an individual and a spouse, $50 for senior and a spouse. I think the muni cart went up $50, the personal cart went up $300 from $7 to $1,000. We have, by the numbers, I mean, we found out that, if the guys that store their own carts there and own their own carts, they get in over 100 rounds a year. So we felt like we could get, they were paying, when you add it up, it's $4 a round or something so low. So we said, get that rider's fee. So personal cart storage, what'd I say, went up, or no, sorry. Personal cart storage only went up 100. It was our carts that went up. If you want to be a member for our carts, it went up. Personal cart couple, 1,000. We had the rider fee and the off-site golf cart. I don't think we got anybody really for that. The rider fee is $5. We've always had that. So I guess what I'm thinking, the early bird prices, I don't think that we don't really need to do much more increasing this year. We're going to have more reasons to increase prices here in the next few years once we get new irrigation and stuff. I think we're fine where we are. We're still, surrounding counties, we're still right there where we need to be right now, I believe so.
So are you needing us to do the membership early bird rates, or you need us to talk about?
I think if we okay this for the 2024 season, we're good.
That's what
This is what we were offering for the early birds, basically.
and we did that in November?
Yes,
He's saying
for
you
the
need
early
to keep
birds.
the rate the
Yes.
same
Yes.
going into the season.
Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully, I'll find out more, but hopefully I don't have to come back and ask you guys how much we need to charge for a Snickers bar. But we might be there, I don't know. Golf outings, I don't know if we need to talk about that. What our rate is. So in years past, they've always charged basically by the golfer. Last year, we went to a flat rate. If you want to rent our golf course for the day, it's not $20 a golfer, it's a flat rate. Worked out fine.
Would you like to bring that information to next month's meeting?
I can,
Not
yeah.
really, he says.
I mean, I can, yeah, absolutely, because it's, you got outings that are in prime mode, people wanting to do an outing on July 4th when we could bring in $2,000 that day. We got to charge them $2,000 compared to outing late in October, early November, where we might not make $400 that day. I can't really justify charging them $2,000 then. So,
yeah,
again, they've always said,
probably-
Gary, you know more about it than us, you set the prices, and that's kind of how we did it since then. So eventually, especially like the end of this year, I'll have all them options laid out come September, October,
You said you have a flat rate for your,
Yep, last year it was $1,500.
no matter what time of season, no matter what?
No,
I mean,
that was
we-
prime mode.
Yeah.
We had one in the end of October, and what Jason was doing was basically looking back a year on that day, that weekend, and seeing how much we brought in, kind of going off that.
And then kind of charging off that. Okay.
But I don't know. I can come back to that. Let's come back to that in March.
Okay. So can you bring me, though, and this might be a tall
I got you.
ask. This might be a tall ask.
I got you.
Can you bring me back for each
Outing?
outing what we charged? and maybe players, number of players. I don't
Yep.
know if we keep track of that, or
Yeah,
if you
I
can
think-
bring that, and then we'll go from there on that one.
yep.
I do want to talk about your early bird prices, though.
Hmm?
I personally, we can talk about it, think it needs to go up a little bit because it's an early bird special for a reason. So I agree.
Yeah, and I agree.
with your thoughts there.
And we can set, but we need to set these now,
Yeah, that's what,
right now, tonight.
that's just my.
Yep, and I agree with you. I got people wanting to pay memberships now, you know, and so,
Well, I think that makes sense. I mean, the point of paying ahead is that you get a little discount.
it absolutely is.
Right.
You know, if you're going to just then suddenly decide, then you pay.
That's why we do it. That's why we had 70 of them. And the rest of them, we felt like you had plenty of time. You knew about it starting in October or or late September, whenever we started.
Well, why don't you please read the early bird special numbers again?
Okay?
And Carson can
So this would be for your,
mention what he thinks might be more suitable.
this would be for your greens fees. An individual greens fee ticket would be or was $5.50.
Yep.
A junior's greens fee was $75. A senior, which is 62 and over, was $475. A couple was $800. And a senior couple, 62 and over, was $750. And then you have,
Proposing, Carson.
I mean, it's not my decision.
No, but we have to have a number if we're going to
Yeah.
vote on something.
I'm thinking, first of all, junior, high school, let's keep it.
well, and we've got to kind of, I guess it's, I don't know if you guys got to pass this. If you're on a high school, if you're gonna play on the high school golf team, we don't charge you anything.
Yeah, I think that's.
I had somebody message me earlier today, and he wants to get a season pass for his kid, or for his nephew. How old's your nephew? He's 11. I'm not going to charge an 11-year-old to come up there and play. I'm going to charge him $5 to ride in my cart. But we want kids. We want more kids up there. So
I agree. I think that's fine. So I don't think you move, and I agree. High school, I think that's great.
can we discuss maybe the? Okay. Oh, he's got it. 17 and under. Perfect. He's got it. I like that.
Yep. I'm just thinking something like a 50 increase, like you just take everything and you just go up $50. You missed your early bird special.
And we got to remember, guys, I mean, when I took over 6 years ago, so it's my 7th year, so 5 years ago, we had it was the first increase. It was after Pat retired. It was the first increase the Muni had seen in 11 years. And we did it like at $50 then. Other than that, they haven't had one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's time. And then we hit them again in another couple of years once we get new irrigation and new equipment, and the product becomes better.
All right, well, if the proposed increase was $50, that makes individual now how much?
6.
600?
Yep. And then that takes
The
your
junior, we're leaving at
75.
75?
Yep. And that's 17 and under.
Right.
And then any high schooler free. Cool with that.
And then the senior would be,
525?
Yep. And then your couple fee would go to 850.
850?
Yep.
Senior couple, 62 and over, 800?
Yep.
All right. And then we can discuss the cart season tickets.
I just did the same thing.
Yep, I like it.
so the cart would now be,
Well, besides your,
Okay.
your rider's fee, because obviously that's $5, I just leave that. That's fine.
Yes, I think so, yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, I mean, if that's even if you want to bring your friend and they don't play, but they want to ride, they still got to we still charge them a rider's fee for that seat.
That's fine.
So just, you think 50 on all them too?
Yep.
Yep.
The Muni cart ticket storage,
950, Munich cart ticket couple, 1,050,
ooh,
go up 100
cart
there.
storage for 2.
Go up 100, make it 1,100.
I don't know, what do you think?
It's 50 a person still.
yeah.
You get that many?
You guys have any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, we get quite a bit.
Couple storage? I don't know.
The
11's fine with
Muni
me.
cart ticket price would be $9.50, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
And personal cart storage is now, what did we say?
I got a question mark there at 800. It was 700 in 2023.
Yeah. What was the early bird?
He has a
700.
800 there, so he must have went with 800.
Okay, so that would have gone to 850,
Right.
and then
And
we're
the cart storage for
debating.
two.
Yeah.
Well, I think you have to add at least $50 to it.
Well, that would take it to 1050, so then we're saying, do you just take it to 11?
You could do that with both of them. Muni cart couple, ticket couple, and personal cart couple. For them to store their own cart or use ours.
That's fine with me.
So that would be 1,000, 1,000,
1,100.
1,100, I can't write. For the
It's a
two
lot of
start.
mental math going on
Yeah, for
right
this cart storage for two would be 1,100.
Yeah.
Well,
I just think those were early bird tickets,
For a
I
reason.
think that's for a reason, isn't
Yep.
it?
and it's
And it's
enough
not
to make you
too
want to be an
much.
early bird, but it's not enough to keep you from
From
participating.
putting it off if you don't
Right,
want to,
yeah.
right?
The only thing is, like you had said, those guys in Florida, are you gonna get a lot of backlash from them?
I get backlash every day, Carson. Them old men don't scare me.
Well, I mean, that's, you don't want to price
Part
yourself
of business.
out
You
of
know,
it.
the city's golf course didn't get treated like a business for 30 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Now
That's the
we're
point.
trying to make it a business. We
Right.
gotta make business moves, man.
Right. Well, those are the numbers we've thought about. Would someone like to make a motion?
I can make a motion.
Why don't you
Yeah.
make the motion? You're the, so
You want
that
me
you
to read?
write it down correctly.
Okay.
Does our new, does she have any input on this?
You want to get involved?
Of course I do. Do you need me to come back up here?
Please.
Well, first of all, I think you're on the right track. As we all know, the last 3 years, everything in the world has skyrocketed, and that includes your expenses. And if you are not raising something, you are never going to catch up, let alone get ahead. That's just an economic fact. As far as your early birds in Florida, I don't know if there is a way that they can give you their information for Florida so that they,
It's too late.
I
Oh.
mean for the future, for next year. If they give you too much,
No, any flack I get at the golf course goes in one ear and out the other.
Perfect.
I've been doing this way too long. But yeah, I mean, we've had them come back, or last year we had a couple that wasn't aware of the early birds. And no, we've got it posted everywhere. You come and play every day. It's on our door, it's by our cash register, it's on our Facebook page.
absolutely.
So-
I
But
mean,
can they, I guess what you're asking is, can they prepay using a credit card?
As soon as we start, when we start opening it up in October or
They could
September.
send a check.
Yeah, a lot of people pay before they go to Florida,
There you
or
go.
we had a couple that was already in Florida, and they didn't send a check, they had their buddy pay when they came and paid, but now they owe their buddy, but yeah, yep.
But there are ways for them to accomplish.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, they can always mail a check, yeah, yep,
excellent, yes.
yep.
People in Florida.
Because we certainly want everybody to have the
Oh, yeah,
opportunity.
and they do, yep.
But if you miss out, you miss out.
And that's why we offer it. We didn't start offering this early bird up until last year.
Right.
So this is fairly new. This is only the second
awesome.
time we've did this, so.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, we've had good turnouts.
Right.
Yeah.
I think last year we ended up with 150-ish season ticket holders. So, and we were about at this 70-ish mark from just the early birds, so.
Excellent.
Now, some of them were juniors, so it's not the full prices, but
Right. And do you have the records of those broken out in between each different membership?
all that stuff should be through our PO system, T-SNAP, yep.
I just have a lot of research
It's all right.
to do. It's okay.
You're already doing way better than our other one. Sorry, off record.
Careful.
I will say, you typically, like when the golf season starts, Jason, the clubhouse guy, will bring like a month-to-month breakdown of sales and memberships, and he always does a really good job of bringing back like previous month, previous year, and it looks really good. He brings a lot of good data.
And he might not be
If you
coming,
have a
but
different question,
okay.
he might be able to extract the information from
I got
the
him.
system.
I'll get him.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. No, I'm really excited because,
Do you play golf?
no,
Oh,
but I'm very passionate about the park system. I raised 2 children here. I raised my 2 nieces here. I have a grandchild, and parks are important for a community for a multitude of reasons. And golf courses, the same reasons, including economic development, and we really need to fully invest in how these things are going to go so that we can get as a town where we want to be.
well, I must admit, we as a board were extremely happy that the ordinance passed, the resolutions passed, and the monies for the irrigation system. It was either do or die, really.
Right.
And we're just so happy it's been done and that we can go forward and fix maintenance that hasn't been done for many, many, many years. So thank you for your comments. Do you have anything
Well,
else?
I wasn't on there in December, but I'm
If it wouldn't have passed in December, I'd have seen you in January.
of course. And
Thank you.
lots of ideas, so.
All right, so your motion.
I'm just gonna say, I propose a motion to increase the season ticket prices from the early bird price schedule.
2.
You want me to read them all?
Well, I think if you're going to say it's going up by $50,
I don't think I can, because it's not everything.
Well,
I'll just read them really fast.
yes,
Yep.
read them. So-
Individual to 600. Junior will stay the same. Senior, 525. Individual and spouse, 850. Senior and spouse, 800. In regards to golf carts, the Muni cart ticket will go to 950. Personal cart storage will go to 850. Cart storage for 2 will go to 1100. Rider's fee will stay at 5, and off-site golf cart will stay at 5.
And then the Muni cart ticket goes to 1,100.
Oh, we took that one up?
Yeah, that's the same as, I mean, if it's the same, so when they want to use our cart for a season.
Okay,
We had it at, it was 1,000.
okay,
We'd go up to 1,100 on it too, just the same as a personal cart.
okay. So golf carts, Muni golf cart ticket will be 1100. Personal cart store, oh no, I messed that up.
You already said that one though.
So Muni cart ticket's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Personal cart storage is 850.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, sorry, the couple.
And then cart storage for 2
couple.
is 11.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, may we have a second for the motion?
I'll second.
All right, the motion is, please read it again, so we get it correct.
Individual, 600. Junior stays the same. Seniors, 525. Individual and spouse, 850. Senior and spouse, 800. Muni cart ticket will be 1100. Personal cart storage will be 850. And then cart storage for 2 is 1100.
That is the motion, please call the roll.
Paul,
Yes?
Ray, yes. Hoover,
Yes.
Green.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
Do we have any other comments, new business? If not, no more comments. The next meeting is March 14th at 5 o'clock here in these premises. And as we have completed our agenda, we are adjourned.